something of a fight.
So growing up, I always felt different. I always felt on the outside of things.
I managed to do something that someone thinks ain't right.
Asperger's is not a disability, even if the rest of society, neurotypical society, thinks I do have one. It's a different ability. I am now proud of being an Aspie, of being part of the Asperger's nation.
I'm 41 now, and I don't feel like, it's too late for me, but everybody else, people younger than me have a better chance than I did. I don't feel like that. I feel like, I have a chance now. It's like, we want to be an artist. So where do I go? Who do I see? What.
Edie, tell her why we're here today.
To see Asperger's.
Right. And who do we know with Asperger's? That's right.
My name is Andrew NOVIS, and I am part of the Artist Collaborative, which is, in turn, part of the Asperger's Association of New England.
I was one of the founding members of the Artist Collaborative. It's a place of focus where kind of my world disappears.
We're all artists who are trying to make it. So that's why, as soon as I found this, I knew I had to join. There was no question.
At AANE, we discovered that a number of people who we were working with had an incredible artistic talent. But one of the issues was that they could not support themselves using the art. Also, many of our artists were very, very isolated. So we thought if we could bring the artists together, we could highlight these incredible strengths that they have.
In the beginning, the artists in our program had probably never had their work exhibited anywhere.
We wanted a venue where our artists could show their works and potentially have sales.
A lot of artists here, just a lot of oddballs, I guess.
And a lot of times I have a tough time naming them. I steal from rock and roll songs. And Lou Reed recently died, so I just stuck the name The Wild Side on it.
He's my cousin.
He's a cousin?
I'm my father, sorry.
Oh, that's interesting.
We didn't know what to expect when we started this group. Would people show up? Would they stick with us, especially? And what we found is we're getting more and more artists to join us.
There's more acceptance of people like me.
Talking about humans and our tendency to want to change each other, you say, we keep wanting to turn turtles into jaguars. Roar!
I've always drawn monsters. In a sense, they're all self-portraits. Mournfly. While it may resemble a hairy flying soccer ball with a vacuum attachment, the scum-sucking mournfly is an ecological marvel, a creature of perfect beauty in the eyes of ecologists. I've always felt a bit outside in the neurotypical world.
Just this feeling of not being the same as my peers.
The core struggle for people with Asperger syndrome is the social communication.
He was working, delivering newspapers in the middle of the night because he was afraid to be around people because people had mistreated him.
Having social intuition and picking up social nuances. People with Asperger's aren't able to really do that to save their lives.
Their lives can be pretty isolated. Certainly that's true for my son John, who's really doesn't have friends, but when he's here with the other artists, he tends to open up a little bit more.
Oh, wow. I only saw that in a movie once.
I like this guy's photographs.
Me too.
It would be nice to not be a freak.
When I got the diagnosis, I was like, yeah, I got it. It made sense.
I was diagnosed in November 2012.
I was diagnosed when I was 32, so in 2009.
I got my Asperger's diagnosis when I was in my late 50s.
I mean, I think I was just starting to learn about it online.
We both felt relieved that we had something in common to look into.
Right.
I knew that with the right kind of support, he would thrive.
It gave me a reason for why things had been difficult in the past, why I'd go around just not getting it with people.
It's actually allowing me to change and grow into who I really am instead of trying to be normal and failing and failing and failing. I don't have to try to be normal. I have to try to be who I am.
Currently, I've been working on pet portraits and human portraits as well. It's actually a way for me to socialize if I do a portrait. I mean, it's a way to have an open communication, because, I mean, that's kind of one of my weaknesses. I'm not that much of a conversationalist, but when it comes to drawing, I think I do pretty well.
Doesn't it look just like me?
I see color as kind of bringing beauty to the world. I mean, that's, I think, the ultimate purpose of being an artist. I can connect with something much bigger than myself.
I've actually probably sold more individual paintings as a disabled artist.
There's a very polite reality, and that is that some people, for entirely legitimate reasons owing to personality and temperament, are simply not cut out for the working world as we have been taught to understand it. And that being objectively the case, there has to be room for alternatives.